This is a summary video for the Investing in a Cyclical Industry module which we just completed. And we use the semiconductor industry as an example of a cyclical industry to talk about. As we discussed in our online comments, the semiconductor industry is a very cyclical industry with very high fixed costs. And if you can forecast the revenues to be more or less than is expected by the market, you can make a lot of money in this industry. Now, changes in gross margin are usually correlated to changes in the stock's price. If gross margin improves, earnings per share will improve, and that will drive an upside surprise, and the market responds by moving up the stock price. Now, gross margins can improve due to a couple factors. One is if you have a better, newer product and you have less competition and you can charge a higher price. You get higher profit margins from that. The other way that gross margins can improve is if you produce more products and the cost of the factory is divided over more products. So if you go from being 90% at capacity to 100% at capacity, or sometimes even more than 100% of capacity running by running extra shifts or otherwise optimizing the factory itself, you can get a higher gross margin because the same fixed costs are being allocated to more units. Now, simply manufacturing more units, even if the extra units are not sold, will improve gross margins. You've manufactured more product, the costs are nearly the same, it's a very high fixed cost business, and so each unit will have less cost allocated to it, and that will improve the gross margin that's reported. Now, if inventory will grow, if production grows and sales don't, you're producing more units than you're selling, and that is actually a bad thing, but in the short run results will look stronger. So keep in mind the games can be played to show profits that are better than reality would say. I hope you found the discussion interesting, where one analyst was saying buy and another analyst was saying sell. Differing opinions are what makes a market, makes the opportunity to add value through the research that an analyst does. And you can see from the article where a company went from selling at 2 times book value to later selling at 5 times book value, that there's a lot of money in cyclical industries to make money. And of course you have to forecast correctly. You're always making a bet. So I hope that you found this module to be useful, and I look forward to your comments in the next module.